everybody, I'm Deidre and welcome back to my kitchen. After my first video, which was of the bread machine bread, the low-carb bread machine bread, I had a lot of requests to make it with just a mixer. So today, that's what we're doing. We are making a low-carb bread in the mixer. Today, the first ingredient that we're going to use is going to be some warm water, and the water should be warm to the touch, not too hot, because this is a yeast bread, and if your water is too hot, the yeast will die. So we're going to add our cup of water into the mixing bowl, and since this is mixed, you do it a little bit differently than you do in a bread machine. The next step is adding 1 tablespoon of yeast. And the yeast that I'm using is SAF yeast, and it's an instant yeast. So there really isn't a need to proof it, but you know, I figure why not give it the best start you can. So we add that to the warm water, and you know, if you stir it up and stuff and your yeast is alive, it gets all bubbly. The next ingredient that I'm going to add is a wildflower raw honey that I buy locally. I'm adding 1 teaspoon, and the sugar in this will not count towards the carbs because all of the yeast are going to eat the sugar, and that's going to help make the bread rise. Okay, but for sweetness, for taste for this bread, we are using erythritol. Today am using a powdered Sukrin, and it is very good. I really do like it a lot. And this is 4 tablespoons. Okay, and the next ingredient that we are going to add is 2 slightly beaten organic eggs. On this way of eating, you know, you should buy the organic grass-fed eggs as much as possible because they are the best for you. And the next ingredient that I'm adding is going to be some oat fiber, and I buy my oat fiber from Honeyville, and this is really the only ingredient that you have to order. Everything else I have been able to find at Walmart and my local grocer, you know, in the health organic section. So I'm adding a cup of oat fiber. The next ingredient that I'm adding is some golden flax meal, and I'm adding 2/3 of a cup. And I buy Bob's Red Mill, and it is readily available at my grocery store. And the next ingredient is the ingredient that really gave me my aha moment. It is wheat gluten. It's Vital Wheat Gluten, and it's what I always used to add to my breads to give them loft and the chewy texture and everything. So today I'm using 1 1/4 cups of Vital Wheat Gluten, and that is also Bob's Red Mill, and I buy it right at Walmart in the grocery store. The next ingredient that I'm adding is 1/2 teaspoon of xanthum gum, and that is also for the texture of the bread. Next ingredient is 1 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. It has a lot of minerals and things in it and is very good for you. And on a low-carb, high-fat diet, you actually need more salt. And the last ingredient that I'm putting in is 2 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter. And it's your choice whether you want to use salted or unsalted. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to mix this. And during my test loaves that I made of this, it took about 5 to 7 minutes to mix it. And I will be back after that. Okay, the bread took approximately 7 minutes to knead. And with this sort of dough, since it is a low-carb bread, I have the dough rise once. And I'm going to put it into the loaf pan, kind of shaped, you know, a little oblong shape. And we're going to put it right in there and cover it with a well-greased sheet of plastic wrap. And then it needs to go for some quiet time in the microwave for all the yeast to activate and for it to rise. And I will come back and I will show you how it looks after it has risen. Okay, everybody, it has been about an hour. And as you can see, the bread has risen very nicely and looks awesome. I have my oven preheated to 375 and we are going to put it in and I will show you how it looks when it's done. Okay, everybody, the bread has been in my oven for about 25 minutes and I am about to get it out. Whoa. And as you can see, it turns into a beautiful, beautiful loaf. I really hope that you guys give this a try and that you can incorporate this into your low-carb lifestyle. And if you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe because I have a lot more ideas that I'd like to share some videos with you about. So have a nice day, everybody, and blessings.